Hey there everyone, Melodic Vortex here, and welcome to a bonus Hollow Knight episode. We're on our way to the end of the game now, but first, people have suggested that I read through all the hunter entries that we've been gathering throughout our travels. The lore or just information. So yeah, that is what we are doing today. I've not read half of these, so a lot of it will just be my raw reaction and theorizing about what is going on. Crawlid, dull and pathetic, hardly worth killing. Yep, I've already read these. Bravely chased down creatures many times its size, admirable. It is weak though, and I have devoured hundreds of them with little left of care. Patriarch of a vengefly colony, swoops at intruders and cries out for reinforcements of threat. Filthy creature that is happy to chew on any old thing it finds discarded on the cabin floor. When it notices a threat, it will annoyingly scream and shriek, so kill it swiftly. Simple-minded creature that haphazardly buzzes around, bumping into things. They only seem dimly aware of their surroundings, making it easy prey to cut your fangs on. I think I read that one before. Bizarrely, this monster does not lay eggs, but instead carries its young inside of its fat stomach. This strange practice seems to exhaust the creature, making it sleepy and vulnerable. Alright. Tick-tick. Uses its small sharp claws to climb along walls and roofs. Spends its time tap-tapping its way through the roads and caverns near the surface of this kingdom. If you're patient, you can wait for it to come to you and pick it off. Aspid Hunter. Cunning predators that will try to pick you off from a distance. Don't give them any space, just charge in and cut them down. You'll find they're not so cunning once they are dead. Nothing is cunning once they're dead. Carries the eggs of its young inside its belly, can hatch and birth its young as needed to deal with intruders. Shamelessly uses its own young as a weapon against its foes. Appalling, yes, but I do admire its resourcefulness. Good hunters do not always make good parents. Okay, yep. Recently birthed, these young aspid instinctively swarm around intruders. These hatchlings are born with an instinct to kill. They are still only infants though, and you can crush them between your fangs without thinking. Just don't let them overwhelm you with numbers. Remains of a bug animated by a strange force, wanders the roads where it once lived. These civilized bugs of Hallownest were weak in life, but now they are equally weak in death. Send them back into the dirt they were born in. The remains of a bug animated by a strange force. These bugs have an arrogant air about them, even after dying, overly proud of their long horns. I enjoy snapping them off. Leaping Husk. I don't have the info for that one. Thick orange mist fills these walking corpses. Has a sweet, sickly taste to it. I find it foul. After you kill these creatures, I suggest you do not eat them. Softened by generations of luxury, these bugs lack claws or armor or venom. Those who wish to protect themselves are forced to fashion weapons from stone, ore, or shell. Larger and stronger than their brothers, these bugs are still forced to steal their weapons from the remains of other creatures. They do not roam or hunt, forever standing guard and lashing out at anything that wanders near. Mummified remains deformed and enraged by infection. I don't have any information about that one. Weak creature love to steal the strength of others. Their lives are brief and fearful. Okay, I've read that one before. Weakest member of the Kingdom of Hallownest, generally looked down upon and forced to do menial labor. Menial? Yeah, I don't think I was able to figure out what that word meant last time I read it. Consisting mainly of sweet fat, these helpless creatures make excellent provisions for long journeys. Best roasted over open flame. If they tried to bargain for their life, just ignore them. They have nothing to offer. The bright liquid inside of these little fellows is delicious, and drinking it will make you feel stronger. I wonder how my own innards taste. Would it be a heinous thing to try and drink some? What? Rolls into a ball and propels itself at intruders, aggressive even when newly born. Younger hunters delight in catching these creatures and rolling them around for sport. I encourage you to indulge yourself if the fancy strikes you. As they age, these creatures become too heavy and lumpy to roll around freely. Instead, they curl up and hide from the world. What do they think of in there, wrapped up inside of themselves? More carefree times, perhaps. Weakling that covers itself in leaves to appear larger, hides amongst the undergrowth. I used to think these things were merely ambling plants. When I learned they were actually living creatures, I began to kill them on sight. This is the nature of the hunt. No, don't kill these guys. They're adorable. Winged weakling that covers itself in leaves to appear larger, hides amongst the undergrowth, fleeing if predators draw near. Spend their whole lives hiding or fleeing. How sad. Or perhaps that is the life they choose for themselves and they enjoy it. It's a strange thought, but not impossible. Plant-like bug that charges at foes when close. Swollen with infection releases deadly gas when threatened. Gas that seeps from their growth smells invitingly sweet, but it will burn through shell and flesh if you get too close. Leverous plant that snaps away at any creature that comes. Yeah, I don't have the notes for that. Charges at prey with its needle-like proboscis. They lunge at you, don't panic. Stand your ground and strike back as they come close. Does it realize what a nuisance it is? Drifting around, spilling its noxious juices everywhere it goes. If you see any, make sure to kill them. That slow-flying bug frequently discharges the acidic liquid stored in its round body. This is going to take a while. Are you sure you guys wanted me to read all of these? Spits hard, spiky balls when foes are at a distance. I might just start, I don't know, reading it in my head or like skimming through it because this is going to take forever. We're only at green path. Mask fly, moss charges. Covers itself in huge clumps of moss. Strength in numbers, yes, but these creatures never had much strength to begin with. Cut through their trickery. Learn to bulk up with moss and live as one. Protector of the green path. Trained in the ways of the nail and the shell. Lazy, portly mosskin. Easily swayed by others. Yeah, I don't have enough kills of those guys. Simple walking creature encased in a hard shell, often found wading in shallow pools of acidic water. Passive glider that prefers to dwell near acid waters. What careless a life led drifting above us all. One never comes too close to the ground, though. Usually drift about peacefully, but sometimes they cluster together and split out a sharp, crackling flash that will stun and burn even large beasts like myself. Smallest jelly form, the spirit of a dead ancestor, the brain of a larger creature allowed to drift free, an egg searching for a safe place to spawn. I have no idea what this is. Passive outer being protecting an aggressive explosive core. Ghastly, eerie creature made out of thick liquid. You can peer right through them and can't see where they keep all their thoughts. I don't trust them at all. Keep away. Intelligent being that guards the inner chamber of the teacher's archives. The canyon below us, the one thick with fog and crackling with strange energy. A hunter can lose their senses down there. Be careful, strange and unnatural things lurk there. Falling funk, lie on your belly, open your maw, and let this tasty morsel stroll straight into your stomach. What? Fungling, passive fungal balloon. Internal gases cause it to float. Just a child, it drifts about with closed eyes and an open mind. When I was young, my brothers and sisters and I would hunt each other in the nest. Now I hunt alone. Fungoon. Fully grown fungal balloon. Spits built-up internal gas at aggressors. So round, I don't think I've seen a rounder creature than this. This world certainly hides some marvelous creatures. I must hunt them all down. Detects nearby movement and fires out explosive spores that drift. Yeah, of course I don't have enough kills of those things. Screw those things. Fungified husk. Remains of a bug consumed by fungus. Frequently releases cows. I don't have kills for that. Young fungal creature. Spends most of its time in the ground. Can uproot and flee if it senses danger. Shroomable warrior. Something queer in the air has caused these mushrooms to grow hearts, minds, and even faces. This means they now fear for their lives, like all other living creatures. Wow! Attacked by spitting corrosive venom and slamming its body into... yeah, the ones that give themselves a concussion. I haven't forgotten about you guys. Member of a proud tribe, fiercely protective of its territory, launches stinging attacks with its needle-sharp abdomen. As it grows, it loses the ability to fly. Passage into adulthood is often celebrated, but as time goes by, we realize what we have lost. That's kind of dark, don't you think? Member of a proud tribe, fiercely protective of its territory, launches savage attacks with bladed forelimbs. If you venture too deep into fungal forests, these warriors will stand in your way. What is it they guard deep at the bottom of their territory? Deep nest is what they guard. Leaders of the Mantis tribe and its finest warriors. They bear thin nail lances and attack with blinding speed. The Mantis tribe and the bugs of Old Hallownest had no love for each other. The Mantises outlived their rivals, though, and their civilization still stands. Damn, how old are they then? More skilled at combat than most bugs of Hallownest, they are nimble but lightly armored to keep the pressure on them. Animated remains of a large Hallownest sentry. One of few in Hallownest strong enough to wield a great nail. Flying sentry of Hallownest patrols the heights of the vast cavern in which the city was built. Dances through the air just out of reach until it spots an opening, then swoops in for a decisive strike. If you're confident, wait for it to come to you, then counterattack. I think it's Sentry of Hell. I don't have enough of that. Mistake. Once a highly intelligent bug, deformed by the misuse of soul. These fools meddled with the soul of other creatures and lost their shape. Now they skulk through the shadows of their old sanctum like slugs, hoping their old brothers will build them new bodies. Oh, God. I've heard whispers that the secret these fools were searching for was immortality, to live forever. I've never heard of anything so obscene. Yeah, that didn't turn out well for you guys, did it? Whatever the frick you were doing up at Soul Sanctum didn't... No. Soul Twister. Highly intelligent bug that uses arcane knowledge to twist soul into vicious spells. Killed enough, alright. Learned bug wielding a refined pin blade. Enhances its combat prowess with harvested soul. Head of the Soul Sanctum. Hoarded soul hoping to stave off Hallownest's affliction, but eventually became intoxicated by its power. Bugs of Hallownest tried all kinds of tricks and rituals and prayers to rid themselves of the infection, but to no avail. Perhaps the infection came from somewhere deep inside of them that they could not escape. What? Interesting proposition. Former member of Hallownest High Society, limited offensive ability. Although made aggressive by the force inside, all instincts still occasionally compel it to run from danger. Used its corpulent body as a weapon. Oh, screw these guys. I'm not ever gonna get more information about these. Most elite of the city's guards, wields a great nail and shell. Its powerful attacks cause heavy damage. Yeah, no frickety crap, Hunter. Discarded shell of a Watcher Knight, reanimated by a swarm of infected flies. When these silent warriors fall in battle, their bodies split open and strange bugs come flying out. I wonder, what will come flying out of me when I die? Will my hopes and fears drift away into the darkness? Bellfly. Thin wings hide a highly volatile belly, give its own life to protect its territory. An angry creature with no regard for its own life, a creature without fear. Can it truly be called prey? Hill flip. Odd creature that adapts to changing situations by flipping over and uses its limbs on the other side of its body. Adaptability is an important survival skill. If a problem seems insurmountable, try approaching it from a different angle. Whomp. What is that freaking tiny and placid but swells to enormous size when threatened? Extremely amusing creature. Lugsack. Easily tracked down if you have a sense of smell. I strongly suggest you do not eat its eggs. Skilled combatant living at the heart of the waterways. Sails intruders with balls of compacted dung. Fighting for honor or for loyalty, you may as well be fighting for dust. If you want to kill, do it for your own sake. That is the nature of a true hunter. Fluke Fae. Youngest of its species, its body seems to want to latch onto any living thing that comes by with its sharp little teeth. It will leave its cousins alone though, so it isn't completely mindless. Dark habitats. Dangerous, unpredictable foes that infest the pipes below Hallownest's capital. Even when it seems you've killed them, you need to stay on guard. Aged fluke grown fat on the rich refuse found in the pipes below the capital. Waste of its kind, its insides double as a nest for a young fluke phase. The desire to breed, to leave behind a memory of ourselves in the shape of a child. It seems to be etched deep into the heart of every living creature. I too have felt the pull of that base instinct. Okay, we're on to Crystal Peak now, finally. Shardmite. Feeds on crystal dust and uses crystallized spines to protect itself from danger. Large and well protected, but slow and docile. The bugs of Hallownest used to force these creatures to carry around their carts and machines. Huh. 5 shards of fast-growing crystal intruders makes their homes all the way up to the top of the world. Do they use the crystals willingly as weapons, or are they merely hosts and the crystals' parasites? Huh. Discharges searing beams of light. 14? Yep. Not happening. Remains of a bug drawn to the crystal peak for its precious crystal. Its claw pick now doubles as a fierce weapon. The bugs of Hallownest lusted after the strangest things in life. They would dig furtively through the dirt for stone or ore, and in particular the crystals that grow at the top of the world. Defeat one more? What? There's another Crystal Guardian? How many things have I missed? Furious Vengefly. The infection that passes from creature to creature grants strength and courage, but it also seems to enslave the will. Would you make such a bargain? Rustless, swollen with infection and primed to burst. Maddened by massive infection, charges enemies with no thought for its own preservation. Spits corrosive liquid. Swarming predator of the deep nest. Burrows through the ground and bursts out to surprise prey. Prey? Prey. Springy and vicious, these hunters will try to overwhelm you with numbers in the dark, tight, twisting caverns they carve through the ground. Always be on your guard. Scorpede. Monstrously strong, they shrug off any attacks you make on their thickly armored bodies. Luckily, if you simply avoid their path, they'll leave you alone. Beasts of this land have found plenty of ingenious hiding places. None so clever as the body of another creature. If you happen on such a beast, rejoice. You've hunted two creatures at once. The deep nest is a dangerous place to hunt. Warding. Keep an eye out for weaker creatures you can pick off and eat. Keep your strength up in the darkness. Rolls along the walls and roofs, spitting burning venom and anything that passes by. They can be hard to spot as they flitter in and out of the darkness. Watch out for their glowing eyes. Little Weaver. Nimble spider that traverses domain on these thin strands of web, often awaits in ambush. They can appear from the darkness at any moment. They seem to fly through the air, dancing on invisible strings as they silently stalk prey. Worshippers of Hair of the Beast shield themselves with hard-plated foreclaws. Yep, screw those guys. Mimics the shape of other creatures to lure prey to its lair. In the deepest darkness, there are beasts who wear faces stolen from your memories and pluck at the strings in your heart. Know yourself and stay strong. Yeesh. This little creeper is weak and poses no threat, but something about it still unsettles me. The way it moves and the noises it makes are strange somehow. Shadow Creeper. Lesser Morlurk, if you try to keep your distance, it will spit sticky, burning globs of vile stomach juice. Move in quickly and strike decisively. Morlurk. Large immobile creature. Wildly spits venom when intruders pass by. Brooding Morlurk. Ferocious but extremely social creature. Becomes aggressive and not able to mingle with its own kind. I hear this beast crying out sometimes as I prowl the caverns, although I've never actually laid eyes on it. Who or what is it calling for? As far as I can tell, its voice is never answered. A single-celled organism, completely infected, scurries about simple-mindedly. Single cell of an infection, has a simple mind and can float using internal gases. Shattered corpse, reanimated by infected parasites. The shape of this creature, I have seen something like it before, more than once perhaps. It looks a little like the bugs of Hallownest, but not quite the same. Where did these empty little wanderers come from? The void, abyss, or something, I think. Large docile creature that peacefully buzzes around in the caverns of Kingdom's Edge. Primal Aspid. Wilder ancestral form of the Aspid. Once thought extinct, they've reappeared at the edge of the world. These cruel foes will ambush you and relentlessly attack with their searing venom. How strange that their descendants are so weak. If I have children, I hope they will be stronger than me. Leaps at prey and uses its sharp is it proboscis or is it proboscis? Drain vital fluids. This hopping thief's belly is full of the blood it has stolen from other beasts. Hold it above a fire, the belly will grow and grow until it explodes in a steaming shower of fluids. Okay then. Yep, screw those guys too. Assumes the shape of a harmless... There are more grub mimics? Smallest of the hive's inhabitants. Carries out simple tasks. Weak but hard-working and numerous. Their hairy little bodies are filled with a thick, sweet golden liquid. Good to keep a few on you for long hunts. Defends the hive against intruders, savage and dedicated warriors. Be prepared to fight them to the death if you plan on invading their home. Yeah, no. Some creatures are born with duties and loyalties marked indelibly upon their minds. They are strong, but they are also slaves. Spiny husk. The spines they fire seem to be mildly poisonous. Don't use them to clean between your fangs after eating. Loodle. Yeah, it was a Loodle. Perhaps the wilds besides the Queen's Gardens. Not aggressive in nature, but its wild bouncing behavior can be dangerous. Mantis petter. Lurks amongst foliage and attacks by flinging wind sides from a distance. They will harass you from afar, so get close and strike quickly. Their bodies are brittle and will easily fall to your nail. Once a member of the Mantis tribe, now cast out and driven mad by infection. Belonging to a tribe, not belonging. I don't really understand what the difference is or how it works. I have no tribe of my own. Traitor Lord. Deposed Lord of the Mantis tribe. Embraced the infection and turned against his sisters. I have felt that desire to take the infection into myself. To become stronger, more powerful. These thoughts haunt my dreams during the darkest times. False hope, but it can burn so brilliantly in one's mind. Odd and boulder bred for battle, Colosseum of Fools. These creatures, I have never seen one fully grown. I suppose they aren't allowed to live long enough to become adults. Yeesh, yeah, imagine how they'd be insanely powerful. Ardent Squid, bred for battle in the Colosseum of Fools, tougher and more aggressive than its wild ancestor. Fighting for glory in the Colosseum of Fools, rarely approaching opponents with shell held high. Sturdy Fool, warrior fighting for glory in the Colosseum of Fools, winged fool. Okay, I don't have information on any of those guys. This odd creature is unaffected by and unaware of the disease drifting through the caverns. Its madness is all on its own. All its own. Self-proclaimed knight of no renown. Wields a nail he carved from a shellwood named Lifeender. Some rare creatures are so weak, so helpless, so inept and so irritating that hunting them gives no pleasure. Oh my god. So you're telling me the only reason this guy hasn't been hunted by the hunter guy is because he's so irritating and inept that there's literally no point in hunting him? Lingering dream of a fallen warrior executed for crimes against the king. Life defined by tragedy and triumph, death marred by sorrow and regret. I think I already read this. I am Gorb. Gorb. If you believe in something as hard as you can with all your eyes shut tight, eventually it will come true. Mormon. They're coming. What's inside of you? Strip it out. No eyes. Disappeared during the plague. Lingering dream of a fallen warrior, trained in the wilds bordering the kingdom, hoping to become a knight. A knight strives not only to protect the land and its people, but the hopes and dreams of the kingdom. Galleon. Shadows dream of endless fire, flames devour and embers swoop. One will light the nightmare lantern, call and serve in Grimm's dread troop. The Grimm Troop. Young playful member of the Grimm Troop. As part of the ritual, it gathers the scarlet flame within its torch. It will relinquish the flame once defeated. Grimkin Master. Powerful and devoted member of the Grimm Troop. As part of the ritual, it gathers scarlet flame within its torch. It will relinquish the flame once defeated. Spark of red lights, darkest dreams. Scarlet nightmares bright and wild. Visions dance and flames do speak. Burn the father, feed the child. The Grimm Troop. Okay. Through dream I travel at lantern's call to consume the flames of a kingdom's fall. Grim. Sibling. Fragment of a lingering will. Far down below us, beneath the kingdom, the air grows stiller and a sense of emptiness pervades. Life flourish down there? If so, I will hunt it. Hornet. Skilled protector of Hallownest's ruins, wields a needle and thread. I have seen this nimble little creature. I thought her prey and pounced at her, but with a flash she stabbed me with her flying stinger and darted away. Could she be a hunter? More than that, probably. Echo of a previous life, each of us leaves an imprint of something when we die, a stain on the world. Don't know how much longer this kingdom can bear the weight of so many past lives. Yeah, my bad on that one. But with that, that is everything. So, that is the end of this little bonus episode. If you enjoyed it, hit the buttons below the screen. And if you did, maybe you'll enjoy some of my other content or the main Hollow Knight series itself. I'll see you there, or in the next one.